What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. The headliner in Black YouTube revolves around that of Tasha K and Cardi B. We've been talking about this lawsuit as it has evolved almost logistically over the last year, and the information has compounded, and the outlook on the whole idea has compounded, and as time has went on, it's become a bigger and bigger and bigger story. And that story is still relevant today, even though Tasha K lost this particular lawsuit, which had to do with defamation against Cardi B, saying things that were not true. So much so, Tasha K lost $4 million. Now, let me just say this. She was given plenty of opportunity to regress on that attitude. She could have retracted the things she said. She doubled down. And those videos that she created were her downfall, out of her own words. Cardi B took certain tests that did not prove what Tasha K was saying. And Tasha K made a lot of money. She built her platform on bashing people. Not all the time, but I mean, definitely with the R. Kelly and the Derek Jackson, that was true. But in the case of Cardi B, it was not true. So you had to pay the price for it, which was close to $4 million. Now, here's what happened. Okay, or here's what happened rather. After which the settlement was handed down, right? It was adjudicated. She then went on a rant talking about things that made no sense. You know, Tasha K was talking a whole bunch of nonsense about how, you know, girls are out here, the society out here is doing this and that, you know, trying to defend herself as she's a victim. You're not a victim. You deserve what you got. Now, here's what happens. She goes on to Kendall's podcast. And she says this: sad music, listen, I ain't got it. Don't ask me for no money. I ain't got it. But listen, we have business and things in place that takes care of things like this. But of course, the appellate court and Supreme Court is in process right now. Give me some boo sound effects. But see, Cardi B got word of what she said. And angry music, think it's a game. But trust, I'ma come for everything. That's what Cardi B said. All right. Now let me just tell you something, Tasha K. And usually, you know, the thing that I don't like about a lot of sisters that are creators, especially the ones that are kind of really somewhat on the feminist sort of side and kind of against black men. I'm not going to call Tasha K a feminist, but definitely, you know, the ones that have a problem with black men. There are certain YouTubers out there like that. I'll let you just figure out who they are. There is never any accountability for what they do. Never. Never any accountability. Always blaming somebody else. Then when it comes time to atone for the wrongs and misgivings that you have provided, you ain't got it. You want Derek Jackson to be accountable, don't you, boo? Because he was married, he was cheating on his wife. See, Derek Jackson had to pay, right? I mean, we're going to be fair here. What Derek Jackson had coming, he had to pay because he was a liar. And the truth was not in him. He was out here pretending to be something that he was not. He was hating on people when he was not who he said he was. He did all sorts of things. But what did we find out? That the truth was not in him. And how did he have to pay? He paid with his career severely. His YouTube channel has never been the same, Tasha, because you made him pay for his lies. He had to pay. He was exposed, and you got to continue to go on, right? You cost him millions of dollars. A man didn't do anything to you personally, but because of what you did, you dragged him down to a position to where he paid for it. And he paid for it, and guess what? He never talked about you in the negative way. He apologized to his wife. He apologized to those he hurt. And to be fair, Derrick Jackson took it like a man. He accepted what he had coming to him. He got embarrassed in front of every national media outlet in the nation. He was embarrassed on platforms like BET, Hot 97, The Breakfast Club, Daily Mail UK. Everywhere in America that didn't know him, they now know him now for being a complete idiot and a liar and a creep and a sexual deviant who was a liar, a pathological one at that, and a cheater on his wife. Not to mention the multitude of YouTube videos that was made about him, and the fact that he lost a lot of financial support and the ability to sell things based on you. He's never and will never be the same. But he took it like a man. But see, Tasha, when it came time for you to pay the piper, you ain't got it. All of a sudden, you don't want to pay. When Derrick Jackson had to pay. R. Kelly, you want him to pay, right? You want Brother Polite to pay, right? Tasha, your ass gotta pay too, Bia. Oh no, you gotta pay too, baby. Oh yes, because you do think it's a game. You making everybody else pay, you got to pay too. Because if you didn't want to pay, guess what? You shouldn't have been doing it. As the old folk used to say in the South, you don't think fat meat is greasy, do you? But you're gonna learn today. Shout out to Kevin Hart, because Cardi B is right. You think it's a game, you gonna pay. And I hope what they do when you don't want to pay, they start seizing your assets. You don't want to pay, seizing your assets. Go ahead and claim Chapter 7 bankruptcy so we can talk about that too. Go ahead and do that. Because see, when you play with fire, you get burnt. And when you want to go ahead and do Negro type stuff and all of that and drag people and lie on people, no, boo, you got to be accountable for what you do in this life. Pay that girl her money because she gave you the opportunity to not be like that. Now, all of a sudden you ain't got it. Keep playing. You think people playing with you. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of sisters out there. You think the laws don't apply to you, do y'all? Is that what y'all think? Do y'all think that y'all can do things that other folks cannot? I mean, not all sisters feel like this, but I want to ask some of you who feel like that. Like Tasha K, clearly the law don't apply to her. Clearly you are above it. But see, this is about equality right now in America. No, boo, you got the opportunity to make as much money as anybody else can do. You going on vacation, you live a upper middle class, a high level lifestyle. You also get to pay upper middle class and lifestyle taxes and lawsuits. Okay? You also get to pay that too. And you keep running your mouth about you ain't got it, you shouldn't have did it. And I hope they can garnish your check. Because you lost. And there's no way you can come back from it because there you are. Because you're so smart, there you are. That's you on the screen talking shit, threatening folks, what you're not gonna do and all this other stuff, what you're gonna do. This person got this STD and the other. That's you saying all that. It ain't nobody else. That's you. So you already messed up with your own words, but now you think that it's a game. You're gonna learn. And I bet you that you don't do it again. So while you're over here trying to drag Tommy Sotomayor and DJ Academics, we want to see you getting them YouTube checks up, boo, and paying Cardi B them installments. I bet you won't try it again. I bet you won't. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the fresh content to dot. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.